know. Man, I could have sworn I unmuted myself, but that's okay. Hello, Michael. Hello, Bailey. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Please let me know if my volume is a little bit weird. I had to like turn it up to compensate for me maybe being quiet today. Cause I'm a wee bit sick. But hopefully everybody else is doing good. I saw there were like 2 other people that had to cancel their streams today because of feeling sick. So yay. Hello. Yes. I'm very excited to play more of this game. So I didn't want to cancel. Especially for if it's just like my throat's a little sore and that's it. Cause like I don't sound that bad. I'm so tired, but I want to stop. Okay. Yeah. It's probably the weather that's making everybody sleep. I know I'm just in the mode of like I just want to sleep for like 12 hours a day. Like this is fine. Like the sun's barely up for that many hours. Why do I have to be up for so many hours? But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, let me make sure that the game is showing up. I think so. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go over there. And then just washa. And then let's go ahead and Man, it's only been like a few days since we last played, but I'm just like, I don't remember what happened last. Okay, that's the box. That's the box. Okay, we're at the box part for everybody now, so that's good. So... Oh, wait, what was the last one we were doing? It was this one, right? So, I accidentally spoiled myself for the answer of this one. I was looking into something. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like I was looking at the post that I found the guide in. And then they were like, oh yeah, for this one you just have to like attempt 3 times and on the 3rd time you'll get it. So you know, they're just gonna get hurt one more time and then we should be good. My sleep schedule just got completely flipped by things out of my control. It's getting closer to being normal every day, and then I'll be annoying again. Well, hopefully fixing your sleep schedule is fine. Oh no, nobody got a 1. But yeah, hopefully everything's okay, Bailey. Other than the messed up sleep schedule. Okay, just gotta go through this one more time. I guess you didn't really need to save there, but that's okay. And on this one, we should be good. Now this time we should be able to roll all 1s. It's the luck of the draw. Yay! What was the odd? Like 1 to 500 and some odd? Blessed by Lady Luck. I had just family members that needed my help and it required me being up super early. Oh yeah. Huh? That'll...
No way!
That'll be a thing.
Oh, yes! Yes! Hell yeah!
Hopefully fixing it isn't too rough.
We're alive! We're actually alive!
Yeah!
Yeah!
We live!
Hey, why are the 2 of you just standing there? Guys, it's 1/216!
Oh, 1 to 216.
We just got a miracle!
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
I just can't believe it.
We're alive,
Yeah,
right?
it was a bunch of suit of armors that
Of course
if
we're alive.
all 3 of them didn't roll a 1, they
What,
would get shot.
Do I look like a ghost to you? Or an undead zombie? If I was, then my heart wouldn't be pounding a mile a minute right now. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. We definitely gotta have a toast back in the lounge.
He's so happy.
Come on! What are you doing? Hurry up!
This is the happiest that he's been all game.
I don't think I've seen Junpei this excited since grade school.
I guess he's still the same guy you knew underneath, huh?
I'm really glad.
That we're alive?
Surviving the gunshot wounds cured his depression.
Both.
Isn't that the same VA used for Junpei? Yeah, it is Junpei.
Nothing beats a cold one after surviving a close call. Come on! You guys should join me.
Sorry. I'll pass.
I'm really not in the mood for it.
Oh.
For real? Are you serious?
Yeah,
Hey.
it is weird because
Are you
him and
already drunk?
Akane like barely look like themselves.
Yeah, I am! Drunk on life! I am buzzed on this kick-ass feeling of surviving the impossible.
Junpei, don't drink yourself to
Probably
death.
shouldn't drink too much, Junpei.
Why not? We're just going to conk out again in 40 minutes anyway, remember? We just experienced the miracle of hitting 1/216th odds, 0.46%, guys, come on! Let's use the remaining time we have to savor this awesome moment.
A miracle, huh? It definitely would be. If it happened on the first try.
Oh, does she-
Guys,
does
what
she
are you
know it took
saying?
3
We only
tries?
threw the dice once, right?
Are you sure about that? Maybe? We just don't remember.
Yay.
And in reality, we've rolled the dice over and over again.
Huh?
If we threw them 3 times, the probability would be 72 to 1. I wouldn't really call those odds a miracle.
Oh, so what? Does that really matter? I'll say it again. We've only gone and thrown the dice once. Once. Right, Carlos?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What are you trying to say, Akane?
Why you
Carlos,
have hammer?
Let's
Who
say
have
you were
hammer?
going to roll
Also,
10
hair
dice
wrapping.
all at the same
How are
time.
you doing? I'm sick.
So, do you think you'd end up with all of them displaying a 1?
Of course not. It's impossible.
Right. The probability is 60,466,176 to 1, but that's essentially impossible.
I'm gonna pause the math. But this takes place a little bit before the second game did. One of the routes, which I think we can maybe show on the flow chart without moving there. Oh, where was it? I think it was this one that's like slightly to the side, if I remember correctly. Is the actual like chain of events that causes the second game. So you learn a lot of stuff. Like there's a redhead in here that basically Sigma ends up getting together with, and then that's what Luna is visually based off of. But it's just he wasn't able to get it quite right. And so you kind of see like why he has that weird eye patch, why he has robot arms, and all that stuff through that route. That one was wild to experience that one was experience. The words. But that was an experience, and so now we're just going through because we're trying to avoid causing that future. So yeah. I'm doing good. That's good.
If you tried 60,466,176 times, however, what would happen?
The likelihood of all of them being 1 is...
Not so much of an impossibility, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. Junpei, if 2 to the 4th power, 16 people, compete in a rock, paper, scissors tournament, how many matches are needed before a winner can be determined?
That's a lot of matches.
Why are you talking about...
Just answer the question.
Really? Okay, first, the 16 narrow down to 8, then 8 to 4, and 4 to 2. After the final round, 1 person's left standing, so... a total of 4?
So, what would happen if 2 to the 100 did the same thing?
It'd be 100.
And how
Right,
confident
start
do you
calling him
feel
Jim
about winning
Jumpy.
this tournament, Junpei?
Maybe she's
I'm
mad
not,
at him.
obviously.
You're out of the competition after you lose just one match. You'd have to win 100 rounds straight to win.
Oof.
But someone will do it and win, right? A victor who wins 100 matches without losing one will exist. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's true.
The person who won. But only because of circumstance. I mean, more or less.
Well, duh, but why are you...
It may be obvious, but it's important. The one who lives on does so due to circumstance.
The anthropic principle.
Oh, you've heard of it.
I feel like that's
Yeah,
important.
It's connected to the many worlds and multiverse theories.
The hell are you...
This universe is a little too well suited for human beings. That principle explains
Oh, the
why.
bottle looked like a hammer in the
They
thumbnail.
say,
oh, no.
for example, that if Jupiter was just a bit
He just wanted
smaller,
to build a desk.
the Earth likely wouldn't have even formed. That's not
Hammering
the only
down the
instance either.
timeline.
There are physical constants throughout the universe. But if even one had changed the tiniest bit, humanity wouldn't have been created at all.
But anyone can see we do actually exist.
And that's
Unlike-
exactly my point. We exist. Therefore, we know that we exist. Perhaps somewhere in reality there are countless universes devoid of humanity where the idea of humans didn't even begin. But it isn't
Right, he
possible
was so
to know
happy,
if those other
and now it's
universes
just like
exist or
all
not.
of like we it's a
That's
possibility we don't
because
exist.
There are no human beings to observe within them. The only universe we can measure is our own. Therefore, this is the universe we exist in.
Wait, are you talking about tautology?
1 + 1 = 2 is a form of tautology also, right?
What?
The left and right sides of the equation say the same thing.
That's sophistry.
Are you sure?
Anyway, I get what you're trying to say, Akane. Maybe, somewhere in this world, there are an infinite number of histories where we were executed by the Gatling guns.
More like
But
two.
we don't know if those histories really exist.
Probably not.
Basically,
But maybe.
because we're dead in those histories. The dead can't observe the world. Only those who are still alive can do that. Therefore, we exist here, now.
I feel like that's really
The
important.
opposite
but,
of
like,
what I just explained could be true as well. The universe could be not meant for humanity. Maybe there's one not limited by gravity, where they travel faster than light. You can't say for sure such a universe doesn't exist. If it does, then we could expect that aliens would be interacting together within it.
Okay, now that sounds like fun.
Maybe that was the universe God had intended in the first place. And this one is a failure.
So, we exist in the universe God abandoned, huh?
What's the matter?
You guys talking like this, I don't feel like drinking anymore.
Oh no, he definitely killed his buzz.
Kinda getting the feeling I was an idiot for acting like we won the lottery. I mean, don't you agree? There could be a history somewhere out there that's happier than ours right now.
Probably.
And maybe it's really true.
We'll never know
might
which
be
one
in the
is true.
history God abandoned.
So I'm guessing this
Now
route
announcing the current
sucks.
casualties. Q team,
This isn't a proper
Mira,
route ending, maybe.
D team, Diana, Sigma.
So Phi's still
5 are
alive.
now deceased. As a result, 5 X-passes will be revealed. I, Kill, Fool, Moon, Fate.
No.
That means only Phi is still alive.
Sorry. Forget what I just said. Huh. Seems like we're the ones with the best luck. God hasn't gone and abandoned us.
What do you mean?
Didn't you hear that announcement?
5 X-Passes were released. The only one left to die is Phi from D-Team, and then we...
That's a really dark way of putting it.
Junpei! Don't you ever say that, even if it's a joke.
Like did they divorce? It's giving vibes of that. Maybe we'll. Oh, I was gonna say maybe we'll get the answer in this route, but I guess not. I see no god up here. I only see myself. Yes, we need to rise a cult. No, that's not the right images. Wait, was it this one? I forget what I had as my toggle for the eyes. Was it this? No. I don't remember. But I accidentally activated cat mode. That's okay. I'm back. Had to take my sleep medication. I only take it when my insomnia gets really bad like it is now. Haven't slept in 3 days. Oh no! Well, I hope the medication works for you. Hopefully my voice being soft today will lull you to sleep. Okay, let's go back to Q Team. We haven't talked to them in a while. So now we need to do something. It was not Alt F4. That would have been really troublesome.
Now announcing the current casualties.
Oh my gosh, we just woke up
Presently,
with
there are
no? No? We're okay?
none.
Cool.
Please continue enjoying the decision game.
They're just messing with us.
Well, this is good, though. Now we know no one's died so far.
So far. You make it sound like somebody will die at some point.
A lot of people have
Isn't
died
that
at some
obvious?
point.
We're all human.
Oh, come on. There's no way I'm dying of old age here.
Oh, but I guess the vote at 1330 went really well.
Sounds like everyone spread the votes out.
Yeah.
Wait, forget that for now. Look at your bracelets.
0003?
Not exactly a Happy New Year kind of mood, is it?
Yeah, there's nothing to be happy about.
There is! The death count is 0. That's plenty to be happy over. That being said, how about a celebratory shot?
Do you need to rub it in?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it is.
You're still a minor.
That's not what I meant at all.
His head. He's got a giant metal orb on his head, remember?
Yeah, it is very
Oh,
weird how
that
aesthetically
thing.
they're all different.
Well, don't you have some sort of mouth part to open?
No. Of course I don't. If it opened, it would have done that a long... It's open.
Eh?
Huh?
Look, the box.
Oh.
The Force Quit box.
Let's check it out.
Right, you don't have to worry about age taking ya.
Why is it open?
And what's up with this weird device?
Huh, something's displayed on the monitor here.
It says, to execute the Force Quit program, the central control computer must be booted.
Central control computer?
What if... Maybe it's...
It's a
Hey,
game or a movie. It's
where are you
it's a
going?
visual novel, so there's a lot of cutscenes. There's a few puzzle rooms in between. It's the third game in the Zero Escape series.
Where are we?
The map says we're in...
the Quantum Computer Dome. The computers in here govern all the functions that run within the shelter.
Why do you know that?
I can't really tell you why, because I don't know.
What?
Anyway, I think they mean this when they say central control computer.
So, what
Oh
about
gosh, I
that
don't know
thing?
a code.
Wait, I feel like I'm remembering something.
Please actually tell me you remember. Yeah, story
I
drives
know.
a huge amount of the game.
Know what?
In between,
The
with
way
puzzles
you
in
start
between.
up
Yeah.
the system. First, we need to get the cover off. There's no
Lots
way
and
we
lots
can
of
insert
map,
the
yeah.
plug if we don't.
The plug?
Please, just shh. I think the number is...
Q, I don't know the number. I haven't come across a number to memorize. I don't know. I don't know the code. It could be anything.
What was it?
Come on.
So now we have 2 roadblocks. Okay. So I guess let's check on these guys. Because we already hit 1 roadblock with this team, so maybe this one will not be a roadblock? Maybe? I sure hope so anyway.
Now announcing the current casualties. Presently, there are none. Please continue enjoying the decision game.
Hey, excuse me, but could we maybe call a cab? We have a lost child here.
Who are you talking about?
So
Well,
Sigma's
best to
so
get her
silly.
home soon. Her mother must be worried. And
You know better than anyone that I don't have one.
good God.
0003?
Q's mask in the PC room.
We're in the new year now?
So it's no longer 2028.
January 1st, 2029.
Our memories end after we voted at 13:30.
Now we're stuck with a 10-hour blank gap.
Were we really asleep that whole time? No.
We might have woken up several times since then, but we've only forgotten about it.
Yeah.
Because of the drugs.
It's like, where's the part with the like, the
Hey,
like
look, the
killer
box.
collars
Box?
that like Deanna
The
keeps
force
getting
quit box.
like flashes of. We haven't come across that for anybody, and we keep getting just visions of it.
Why is it open?
No idea.
There's text displayed on the monitor.
Force quit program on standby. To initiate, 2 key items must be set. How about that?
Huh?
Wait, I think there's more to the message.
Each is a mother's memento.
Oh, so one of them is Fi's
Diana,
little
does any of that ring a bell for you?
her little pendant. That's one of them.
Hey, what's wrong?
I'm not sure what
My
the other
head.
thing would be.
My head!
Oh no,
That can't be.
she can feel it.
What is it?
Feel the
Did you
cosmos.
remember something?
But if that's true,
Maybe the little
the key items we need to
the
insert
thing in her
are-
hair. It's not gonna make me type it out, right? Oh gosh. Because one of them is Fi's pendant. I guess that would be in B, maybe? So we are in the timeline where both Half-Life and Zero Escape. Half-Life. Maybe. Guys. No. Clip. Because I don't think Deanna's talked about her mother yet. Because we just know about Fi's pendant from the previous game.
Huh. I wonder why
What's the matter?
It's like, why did I do that?
thought I remembered. But then it slipped through my fingers.
Oh.
Can't believe it.
Wait.
Oh my gosh.
I know
Okay.
I can get it. Let me try again.
Okay. It's probably gonna be a little tough on my voice, but I will do it. Okay. That's actually, to be fair, that's not how the Valley Girl voice redeem works, but, which is weird, that it actually worked that way. But, oh wait, no, the voice acting time. I'm sick, I'm sorry. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. For commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say you goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it inside. Okay. Also, hello, Sean. I am sick. And I hurt myself in my own confusion. We are at a part where it wants us to type in information, and I don't know this information that it wants me to type, so they kind of hit it in a very specific way, it seems. Okay, let's see what this side of the story is going. Yeah, I'm okay.
Now announcing the current casualties.
It's just like with my sick, there's like a soreness in like the part of my throat where like the like throat, nose, and ear stuff all meet up, I think.
Enjoying the decision game.
But like it's not too bad.
Enjoy my ass.
Well, at least everything went well.
If you say so, Junpei.
We now know that Q Team and D Team are safe.
Oh, so the votes were balanced.
You mean from back at 1330?
I'm pretty sure that's the moment.
In theory, I might
So
have to look
what
at
time
the
is it
guide.
now?
Let me pull that up while they're talking.
0003.
0003.
Does that mean we're in the new year?
We're all awake
The
at the
time
same
on this
time.
watch is right? I guess so.
Whoa, but wait. What if time ended up going in reverse?
What are you talking about,
That's not how it works, Junpei.
I just thought that maybe that was the case.
I mean, maybe.
So,
who knows?
what do we
But
do
what-
now?
This is becoming a regular thing.
Want to play hoops?
There aren't any balls.
We can use Gab.
What?
Junpei,
Oh.
you're really...
Then how about that box?
Sounds like a sinus infection if you blow your nose. Is it normal or blood? I don't need to blow my nose.
Seriously,
my nose is
what
pretty
the hell
clear.
is this thing?
A force quit box.
It's
I
just
know
like I
that.
feel it when I sniff.
I'm asking what
But like
exactly
it's
is going
it's
to
mostly
end.
in my throat.
Whatever it is, we can't do anything unless we have the password.
A password. Huh.
What is it, Carlos?
I feel
Carlos is like, I think I
I can
know.
almost remember.
What?
The password to open this box.
How do you know?
Just shut up for a second.
Don't
I think
tell
the
her to
password
shut up,
has to
that's
be...
rude. That's rude. have to betray people to access the stuff? Because I don't... Did they even say what the thing said on this box? Yeah, there's no, like... There's no hint on this one. Just ooh. There we go. Error. Oh no. Shut. I don't know. Okay.
Damn it! It's right there on the tip of my tongue.
So, okay. So we need to look at the flow chart, I think. Okay. So what do we got here in the flow chart? What was this? Why did it stop abruptly? Circle of Fate, Runaway, the bomb. Oh, that's the route that... Wait, why does it continue, though? Why does... Huh? It goes further. But this is where it blows up and he lost his eye and arms. Was there more to this one? Doesn't look like it. Does other stuff happen at the same time as that? And we just haven't, like, unlocked that? Very strange. Okay, so... Now we gotta figure out... So... Oh my gosh, that one on the left. Because we've got a whole bunch of these. I'm thinking we have to betray somebody. Like, somebody has to betray something. So I guess let's I don't know. Let's have this team. Let's have this team betray some chest.
What?
So this one? Is this the one that we did last time, or is it the one that we need to do? I don't know. I'm an evil child. Someone's been executed.
Has been accepted.
Yay.
The plot thickens.
Why would you? If Carlos voted for D-Team like he said he would in the note?
Maybe that was the result he was going for. He wanted to kill the 3 in D-Team.
No.
I'm an evil child.
You said it earlier, right, Mira? The note Gab brought? It could have been a trap from C-Team.
Can't make an omelet
But
without breaking a few eggs.
For D-Team can be justified. If it really was a trap, there still isn't a solid reason to go against what it says in the note. Because regardless, as long as Diana doesn't flip on us, we may be screwed anyway.
Mira?
There's no way we can justify it by saying we voted this way in self-defense.
Mira, why are you mad at us? You straight up unalive people and take their hearts. So, like, you know, you have nowhere to talk.
When you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate.
Can't fret over every egg.
You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded. You deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made. as all members of a single team will perish as a result of the vote you entered. Pleasant dreams.
Okay, so hopefully that immediately unlocked a few things. Hopefully. Oh, wait.
Diana? Diana!
Oh. Oh. Well, I see. This is what happens if two people are voted.
I think it's the healing
two teams voted.
Hey! Open this door!
What is this color?
No idea.
So maybe this is
Zero
important.
must have put them on us. But
Let's take them off.
we can't. There's no hole for a key.
But there must be a way.
Apologies.
The team will receive 2 votes.
That was a bit loud. Right, that is a nice necklace. It seems very roomy too.
As such, according to the rules, D team will be executed.
No!
Damn it!
Why? What's Q Team thinking? If they were going to choose us, then there was no point in sending Gab.
That's true, but
There has to be a trick to this game. Something nonsensical. Illogical, maybe.
You're trying hard. Visitor decided to kill all of you. In a way, they are the true culprit.
Would you stop talking nonsense?
Zero! You won't get away with this! I swear I'll...
Sigma, let's jump.
What?
May you rest in peace. Perdita acta est fabula.
The fact that he knew that phrase. He was saying that specifically for Phi. Because Phi is the only one that knows Latin, and I think that was a phrase that she said the last time it happened? Did that unlock new things? No. So... guess I gotta betray everybody now. Okay. So, let's... oh gosh, was it this one? Yes. Okay. So, we gotta vote for not the Q team. Yeah, that's the thing that she said in 2. So... she said that to Sigma, so it wouldn't really make sense. I mean, I guess it would make sense, maybe. This wouldn't be the first time we have technically 2 Sigmas. What if it's...
Your vote
I wouldn't imagine it would be Kyle. This
Why,
is too
Diana?
early for it to
Why
be
did you
Kyle.
vote for C team?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I have no idea why I voted for C Team.
What are you talking
I
about?
feel like this specifically
true.
isn't giving us anything.
Please believe me.
Well, other than like completion stuff, but like maybe. I mean, other than Zero saying
90
the
minutes
thing.
have passed. Your time limit has ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you awake. Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable to participate. One final thing. You've gone through with the vote exactly as I commanded.
We're
You
good.
deserve a reward for obeying. The memory loss drug will not be injected into the 3 of you. When you next wake, those who survived will be able to regret the decision they made. As all members of a single team will perish as a
Okay,
result
cool.
of the vote.
My spoiler-free guide has a thing of like show how to get this code. So that way I can have a base of where to go first. Okay, cool.
Diana? Diana! we? I think it's the healing room.
Hey! Open this door!
What is this color?
No idea. Zero must have
Wait.
put them on us.
Oh. Oops, we killed them twice. Oopsies. Okay. So now we just have to do the same thing for... Wait. Oh, cause... Right, okay. So we do need to do it for this one. Is it that one? Yeah. So now we need to vote for not Team D, and then maybe in a way that'll spread the votes just not how you would expect.
Like
I kind of want to see. I want to see what it does. This one? Or is that the one that we meant to do? Okay, cool.
Your vote has been accepted.
Okay.
Carlos, why?
Smart move.
Old Sigma, yep, up for the third game, and I'm guessing Older Fi set up for this game. Maybe.
90 minutes have passed. Your time
It
has
could.
ended. Sleep well, as the next game will begin when you...
What if it's her mom?
Unfortunately, the team who receives 2 votes will be unable...
That'd be messed up. That would be so messed up if it was Spy's
You've gone
mom.
through with the vote exactly as I commanded.
Okay.
You deserve a reward for obeying.
So...
The memory loss drug will not be injected into the free.
So what we
When
need
you
to
next wake,
do
those who survived will be able to
is...
as all members of a single team will
we need to do
count as a
things in
result
certain orders. So...
pleasant dreams.
Which one of these is the shortest one? Not really too sure. I kind of... We have a thing to find out Zero's true name. But, like, we haven't needed that quite yet? So, Okay. Okay. Cool, that didn't unlock anything. Okay. So... Okay. So those are just kind of extras. Okay. Has Fi made a Minfordian slip yet? I don't think so yet. I don't know. Okay. So we got a few options. Because we need to kind of get information for all of these. We need the Force Quit D team, the Door of Truth, which was Deanna and Sigma, the Force Quit for the C team, then Zero's true name, the Quantum Computer Code, and then the Helmet Code, which I don't know what we need a helmet code for, but that'll come eventually, I'm sure. Let's go with... I suppose let's have the D team go through with it. Okay, so what we need to do is... Okay, we just voted for Q team, so we got that part down. And then... Oh, we need to basically have Q team be executed. Man, I don't want that! I don't want that! Oh, man. Okay. Well, gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta vote for Q team. Okay. I guess you really do need to to unalive a few things to get some information. Okay, and we should be able to just skip through this, and then we'll see... I don't want to see this scene, though.
Hey, Mira, wake up.
Mira,
Where
you have way
are
too
we?
much physics in your
I
boing
think
boings.
this is the pod room.
Damn it! It's no use! It's locked and won't open.
What's with this collar?
I don't know. It was on my neck when I woke up.
You fucking brat! It has to be
What
you!
do you mean?
It's
What?
not.
If it were to
Eric,
be Q, then why would Q put the
Then tell us
collar
how to
on
get
himself?
this thing off!
I don't.
I should have looked for the supercomputer
A door.
code first. Wait, what?
Maybe it's.
A door?
Is this another exit?
And now for the voting results.
Oh no.
The team who received 2 votes is you, Q-Team.
So that shows us a little information.
As such, according to the rules, Q-Team will be executed.
What are you saying?
This is a joke, right?
So it was a trap set up by C-Team.
The world is full of possibilities.
I wonder, so does that mean
You've
that
caused one of them to become realized.
we have to like hit that specific wall
What the
as
heck?
QT?
What is this?
In that one puzzle?
Take it
room?
off! I said take it off!
Ah! Open, damn it!
May you rest in peace. Moriscata, Origata.
That's a different phrase. How's Q's thumb fitting because that helmet looked like it covered most of their neck? I'm not sure. I guess it just... Maybe Q's has more explosive power. Okay. So now we need to go in here and accuse Kane. Hui. Kane. I'm just looking at the guide so that way, like, we can just get to the new stuff faster. Because this one did have an abrupt end. Okay, so now C-Team has to find... Oh god, this one sucked. This one was terrible. No! No, okay. Let me get the notepad out because I know from the past experience, I can't just rely on the log because the log lied to me multiple times. No, it looked like Q's neck got stretched just to fit the bomb. More than likely. I wouldn't put it past
The
it.
case.
It should be up by press if
Because there were a few times where he's like
do we
leaning
do?
forward
What
and
the
you can
hell
see the
do we
mask
do?
neck like clip
Maybe
off of their neck.
We should go left to right and lick each one.
No.
Why?
It takes the
We're all
So,
Junpei first, next. As for
what about it?
Okay. So Akane,
Oh,
Carlos,
hold
and
on.
Junpei.
Can you feel it, Junpei?
Can you feel it?
Do you too?
So I'm the only one without a
Okay.
reaction.
So I got it, and Junpei did too.
Okay.
It must
So it's
be
something that the two of them shared. Hello, Lisa. How you doing? Look, they know
Akane!
why.
Hey, what's wrong?
Right, the dialogue's so silly sometimes.
Shit! Our resistances, they must be different. It looks like the poison
Are you
got to
feeling
her
it now,
faster.
Mr. Krabs?
So what should we do now?
Well, if you lick all
was
of
that
them, then
method
you
Akane
won't know
came
which
up
one
with?
to take still.
We'll have to make the decision ourselves.
So what all was
The
taken
answer.
by what?
What's the answer? I licked samples E, F, G, and H.
E, F, G, H.
Junpei had C, D, G, and H.
G, H,
Akane licked B, D, F, and H.
and H.
And
Okay.
then-
So
Only I didn't feel anything.
it's not gonna be
In that
H.
case, the container with the antidote is
And it's not gonna be G. It wouldn't be F. So it'd have to be D. Please be D. This one messed with me a lot. Okay, please don't die, everybody. Okay, cool. We had the vision of his head decapitated in the freezer. No, it wouldn't have been H because
really
Carlos
sorry.
didn't
No.
feel it. Okay, so we gotta go over to D team now and have Deanna shoot. There it is. Go over here. Gift from Gab. Not that one. So I got over here. Wait. It needs me to both shoot a live round and shoot a blank. So we're gonna see something we don't necessarily want to see. Okay. Is it a blank or is it a live? It was a blank. Cool. Yeah, that one was a proper saw trap. Okay. So yeah, we gotta do that. But now we gotta go back and shoot it. We have to pop his head off. I'm gonna drink the antidote. What? Okay. And so now we gotta do that again. We just gotta keep going until it's a live round. And then we get to go the other team and then roll some dice. That's a live round. Bye, Sigma. See you in another timeline.
Incinerator door is open. Incineration process terminated.
Live round, Sigma. I'm sorry if I...
It can't be.
Sorry if I shot my future husband. Look at all that blood.
Why? Why did you do it?
Because the guy told me to.
Murderer!
I'm sorry.
I didn't matter at all. I didn't. I didn't. So why? Why did you?
Deanna's now filled with trauma. Oh no. Oh no.
Please wait for me, Sigma.
Oh no.
I'll be joining you soon.
Wait! Diana! Stop! Diana!
Oof.
Diana! Ah!
Ooh. Well, thankfully that's not real. Glory revolvers. You don't need to swap out the Weirdly enough, I feel like the odds of the next one being blank were probably high, but I'm not sure. Okay, so now we go over here, and that's new. Do we? I guess we could do this one. Yay! I feel really bad that I had to sacrifice, like, the best characters, but... Is that how I survived? I suppose so.
Oh, the reactor.
This nuclear reactor automatically supplies electricity for years without any extra input.
How do you know all that?
I read it in the manual that's right over there.
What, you don't think Zero plans to lock
wonder
us
if
in
maybe
the
I was
shelter
only-
for years
I
and
only
years,
needed
do
to,
you?
like,
That's not funny.
have the roulette thing happen. No, I probably needed to have QT be dead, huh?
It's pointless. I checked it already.
Damn. That means we're trapped.
The pressure of a blink that close to someone's
22
head still
years
kill them.
since
The only
Maria was
difference is there
born.
isn't point.
Never thought there'd be a time I couldn't wish her Happy New Year. This is the worst year ever.
She your girlfriend?
Worst year ever so
No.
far.
She's my little sister.
Oh, they didn't.
She fell ill 10 years ago and was admitted to the hospital.
They didn't joke about him
I
having a
figured she'd
sister
be
complex
lonely
this
in
time.
there, so I always stop by after work.
That's...
They actually took it seriously this time.
Every good morning and good night was so important to us. And now,
Oh, that's right. Happy New Year, Junpei.
What's with you all of a sudden?
I've wanted to say that to you for 10 years.
Oh my god.
But I couldn't.
You say it now, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say.
Are you two gonna
at
smooch?
least give her a proper response. You're her boyfriend, right?
No, I am not. She's just a childhood friend.
Such
Really?
a savage response.
And here I thought you were dating.
Carlos.
Whoops. I'm sorry if I made things awkward.
Sorry.
I just wanted to learn how you guys were connected. The best way to build teamwork is to know who your partners are.
How like a firefighter.
Well, we'll leave it at that for now. Okay, we can't hang around here like this forever. Let's find a way out.
Right, Carlos said that, and they're just like, oh. Anyway, Happy New Year. And he's just like, oh, you guys are a couple, right? Are you gonna smooch? And it's like, Carlos, that's what? We were childhood friends. Why would you even suggest something like that? Okay, we're in a room. Okay. Looks like the control panel for the reactor. Power's not on. Okay, so we come back to that bit later. So that's a nuclear reactor. That's way high tech. What's that circular thing in the middle? It's at the center of the reactor. The core, maybe? Maybe. That would make sense. What is with all this, like, powder everywhere? This heater has a drawer. Nothing's in here, but it looks like we could put 2 rectangular objects inside. Interesting. This valve is shut right now. Then how about we open it? Okay. I'm not sure what that accomplished, but something, I'm assuming. This is locked. We can see a rectangular metal object through the glass door. We might be able to use it. The question is, how do we open this locker? Looking at it, it must be the power switch for the locker. There are 2 lights, one to the left and the other at the bottom. Neither is on. Flipping the switch does nothing. I bet the power isn't coming through. Okay. So, what we need to do... Oh, that might be ice. That would make sense. Is this power distribution lever? I think so. Maybe the lever should change where the power is directed. Well, we do want it to go that way, I think. So let's just keep following this pipe. Ooh. What would happen if we turned the switch on? It's too dangerous, Carlos. We'd get shocked. It's not leaking out anywhere, but it's too risky to chance. Let's turn it off. What do you mean? It's fine. It's fine. It looks like we could change the switch on this locker. Neither of these lights are turning on. I don't think the power is running through. If we did, did it get going through? Oh, is this openable? Damn, this door's locked. I think there's something inside. Let's change the switch. No water's coming out? There are two possible reasons. Either the main valve is shut or it doesn't work. So we would be making progress if they let us turn on this one. This would fit on the drain, don't you think? How about that? Perfect. Now what do we do? My favorite line in any game is, "Why is it called an oven?" Was that not from a Garfield? Looks like a furnace door. We can light a fire in there. It won't explode when we light it, right? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Oh, and the stretch. Very important when sick. Okay. Okay. I did some stretching and I did a pop. If it's broken. Judging by its shape, I think it's a gas heater, but there's no gas connected. If it isn't broken, we should be able to get some warm air flowing. It's January 1st, the dead of winter. My teeth are practically rattling out of my head. So we need a lot of power for a lot of things. What is this screen for? Check your posture, chat. Yeah. Check your posture, stand up straight. Get camped? What? Remember, even if the control rods are fully inserted, the reactor still gets hot. What is the screen for? No idea. No way to tell either since it's off. Let's come back here after the power is on. Okay. So let's see, we have this guy on. So maybe we just need to follow this one to wherever it goes, which is over here. Gas valve on the wall is shut. Let's open it then. La 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 la. Okay. And so that opened this. Start the heater here, but we need some gas first. I thought we had gas. Oh well, a gas heater. We'll have to light it to get it warm air. Okay. So yeah, we've gotten that. What is, or this is what, a door? There's nothing inside. No clues as to what it's for. This door won't open. It's got a red light. Maybe it's locked? If that's true, then how do we open it? I think this is a gas heater? If there's no fire, maybe the gas isn't connected. They're really great to have during the winter. Okay, so maybe we need to... Ooh, maybe this? It's the main valve for the water pipes. Ugh, damn, this is hard. It's frozen shut. It is very cold in here. Maybe if we warm the room up, it will turn? This is the main gas valve. It's shut right now. Let's open it. That makes sense. Okay. So now we should be able to go over here and maybe do something? We opened the gas valve, so there should be gas. We just gotta light it. Let's hurry. Well, I don't have anything to light with. Yeah, the smell is definitely... Yep. Gas. Yep, it's connected all right. Then we only need to start a fire here and the heater will... Okay. You're saying as if I have a fire source. Maybe the wires here are exposed. This is dangerous. We should be all right so long as there isn't a current going through. Never pull the plug while the machine's in use. I heard that all the time as a kid. Let's see. What's here? The thermometer is sitting at -10 degrees Celsius. Christ, no wonder it's so damn cold in here. I wonder, I remember there was a theme park once with a negative 30-degree attraction. Too cold for me. I think it's the amount that you got tilted, Junpei? I could be wrong. The thermometer in here is sitting at 10 degrees Celsius. There's nothing showing on the monitors because the power isn't on. There should be a way to turn it on somewhere. So we have, maybe turn this? Good idea to close the valve again after you open it. We always learned in school that we should never forget to turn them off. Well, school's out. What the teachers don't know. Yeah, we'll be fine. Something's on the ground. It's a box of matches. Ah, I'd expected us to find that way earlier. Okay, so gas is flowing through the heater. We can fire it up now. Ah, well that went well, I think. It's a lot easier to examine this room when it's warmer. Cool. So now we should be able to maybe do the same thing on this side. Oh wait, it's locked. That's right. There's nothing inside. I wonder what it's for. We probably have to put something in there. So we basically just have to mess with stuff over here. The locker is locked, so let's switch the power. It's no use. I can see a fire extinguisher inside. That does not bode well. This should open once power is going through. Okay. So we need to... Nothing's on here. In here. So something over here. Power switch for the exposed wires. Nothing really happened. Still, it's dangerous, so let's leave it off. What do you mean nothing happened? You're turning on the power. Looks like it's 0 degrees Celsius in here. Got a little better with one heater running, but it's still too cold in here. Let's see if we can rectify that. Maybe over here? The distribution level for the lever for the panel. The lights aren't on because there's no power. Screen is black. It should change once we turn the power on. The slider, maybe it's a switch for the power distribution panel. Let's push it. Oh. At least we weren't stuck on that for that long. Okay. So this is, I believe, going this way. And so now we can go here. I'm on 32 Fahrenheit is shorter weather. I think it was like I think 28 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe, this morning, so it was very chilly. But then the same came out. It's actually really warm today, all things considered. It's really weird, like it was immediately like freezing temperatures and now it's warming up again, as if the weather is just like, oh right, fall was supposed to happen, huh? There's something that looks like a fire extinguisher inside, but this thing's locked. Is it though? The locker, or the bottom light is on. The locker down here should open. This is a block of tin? It'll help us somewhere. Oh, maybe we need to melt it? The light is on the locker switch. Now we just need to change it. Now the lit light switched. Power must have rerouted with the moving of the switch. Oh, I think we can open this. It's an extinguisher. The label says freezing fire extinguisher. Freezing? What? A freezing fire extinguisher. It'll freeze things lickety-split. What? Why are you pointing at me, Junpei? No reason, just curious. You just wanted to see how she'd react, didn't you? What? I feel like I would be confused. So maybe turn this on? Power switch for the exposed wires. No, okay. So we don't need that quite yet. So if we distribute this over there, power distribution level for the panel with the power on the one is lit. Switching the lever should redirect the power. So we'll go ahead and do that. Oh, the other light turned on. So now we can go over here. And then open whatever's over here. Oh, I think we can open this locker. Is this a puzzle? Probably. You've done quite a few puzzles before, Carlos, although I guess you don't remember any of them. Is anything really locked if it's a master lock? You got a point there. Okay. Ooh. This circle doesn't really... Maybe we spin this one? And then maybe... Oh. Oh, this is... No, I didn't want to check. I wanted to, like, reset it. Oops. Okay. So obviously that one needs to be out somewhere. Maybe we could put the... No, the square would not fit in the center. Okay, maybe the square can be over here. That looks like it makes more sense. Okay. And so over here... Maybe this one? And then... Colors aren't quite matching up, but I'm not sure if that's a thing it needs me to do or not. The circles don't quite match up on this one. There we go, that's looking better. Okay. But then that's not matching. So... Okay, so it would have to be that one. And then we can just go over here. I feel like this one's a little trickier than the past ones have been. Just by a little bit. I think... Oh. Okay, I think with that we might have gotten it. No. Okay. There's still something we're missing. Oh. Probably that one. No! I didn't mean to click there! No! 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 I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. No! Oh my gosh, we had it and then I messed it up. I didn't mean to click anything. No! Okay. So we need to have these like that. Probably no. Gotta move that over there and then move that over there. And then these need to be circles. Oh. And then this needs to spin like that, and I accidentally made the window small. And then like that. And like that and that. Okay. Move that there, and that one could be aligned. I really should have asked a, are you sure? Okay. I think... Might have gotten it back. Right. There we go. Whew, we solved it somehow. Alright, Carlos. There's something inside. Let's take a look. A sink plug. 2 sink plugs. Okay. Let's switch the power for this guy and then get these. The lights have changed. The power is going to where the switch is pointed. Oh, I think we need to open the... Or we can open this door. It's a steel mold. Where can we use this? Oh, it's to make a key. Can we... We probably can't combine these this way, right? No. Okay. So we have to go over to the machine and have it form a key. Steel mold. It fits in the hole here. Just the right size. We'll just leave it there then. And so we can get this. Hey, this tin block could fit in this hole here. Fits perfectly. No reason to take it out. May as well just leave it. Wonder what happens if we close this. Huh? Did you guys hear something? The light over here was red, but now it's green. Maybe this means the furnace door on top is unlocked. So now we can grab the matches. Oh, looks and feels like the fire's lit. Huh? Did you hear a sound below? Let's take a look. Huh? There's something in here. We got a key for something. Not sure what, but a key. So now we can distribute the water differently. Oh, looks like we can turn the valve now. The ice around is melting. Now, if we just put some back into it. Aha! The valve is open. And now we have water. Why we need water? I'm not 100% sure. The faucet for the sink. Let's turn it on. Shit, this water is cold. My hand went numb immediately. Nothing special is happening. Let's not waste water. Let's see. Did we have anything? Oh! Right, the sink plugs. I think the plug can fit in here. Oh, look, it fits super well. Yay! This cutesy thing is kind of creeping me out, Akane. The sink is plugged, and now to turn on the water. Oh my, it's flowing out over the side. The drainage ditch is right below it, though. Don't slip and fall now. Do I really seem that klutzy to you, Junpei? You can be absent-minded. No one's 100% perfect, right? Meanie. Ooh, so... are we meant to start a fire? I think this is the cover for the drain outlet. But it's in the way lying on the floor like that, so let's put it where it belongs. Hey, it just fits, as we thought. Okay, so now it's flowing. Is it flowing to the exposed wires? Oh, it is. So... huh. Maybe that's... maybe it won't start a fire. Maybe it's just gonna... power it. The sink is strange. There's a drain on the other side. Or on the side. Filling the sink will cause the water to flow out from there. I didn't mean to read the flavor dialogue, but that's okay. I guess the plug was meant to be used here. It fit perfectly. Okay, so now we can turn that on. If we turn the water on, it will overflow and go over into the drainage ditch. So in theory, could we maybe freeze it? And then... this end of the drain has a power cord submerged inside. The control panel's power cord is also submerged in the water. So if we ran a current through this, the control panel might turn on. Okay, so it's nothing related to the freezing thing. The drainage ditches are full of water. If we turn the power on now, this is a dangerous situation even with no power. We should keep it off. What are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? God damn, I can't get the cover off. Well, this room isn't flooding, so it's probably fine to leave it on. So it's designed to not flood even with the covers on. Must be because of the machines. Where does it want us to do this? Oh! Is this where this key goes? This key, I think it'll fit in this keyhole. It does! Oh, it fits perfectly! Maybe we can pull the lever. The key's in. I'm ready to pull the lever on your command. Why do you look so happy about this, Junpei? Too much anime? That does look like a lever to control a giant robot. Whoa, that's an old reference. You like to watch those too, Carlos? I like machines. My sister's not a fan, but she enjoys watching almost anything on TV. You truly love your sister, don't you? And now we're off topic. I'm pulling it. What? The reactor turbine? Looks like the shields came down. So... now? Just a casual Gundam reference, yeah, just casually. Nothing's on the screen. We'll look at it again when the power is on. So maybe now we do this? Maybe? And nothing happens. Well, nothing happens. It's lit up. We need to change the flow of something? Because we've got that to light up that. And we kind of need the... Oh, maybe this one. gotta flip this over. Maybe that's what we were missing. Okay. There we go. Speaking of, we need to catch up on which from Mercury. Best of luck. Yeah, I don't know how many episodes there are in it, but you know. Hey look, the monitors over there turned on. The trains are acting like power cords? I would have never believed this would work. Yeah, but we've no clue how long it'll last. Let's get to examining while we have power. Oh look, on the monitor. Well, these shapes are weird. Maybe it's a puzzle? I'm guessing we need to solve this next. Let's take a look. Man, they really like this puzzle specifically, don't they? Okay. So not there. Not there. There's not many places for this one to go. Yeah, there's not really anywhere for that one to be comfortably. Oh, there we go. So this one might... No, that one does not go there. As with this one. Oh, this one. And so maybe we can put this A-looking one right there. And then maybe we can put this guy there. And maybe there? I'm not really thinking that's where it goes, but I'll just put it there just in case. Ooh, maybe this might actually be a better spot for it? No, not at all. That is not where it goes at all. So maybe there, and then there we no. Maybe you? No. You would have to go there, right? The end of the series, I'm guessing when it's finished airing, it can have anywhere. Oh, okay. Anywhere from 13. That makes sense. Maybe, ooh, like that, but then this doesn't really have anywhere to go. Neither does the X. Okay, let's move these ones out. Because I feel like this is the best spot for that one. Unless we're to put that one there, which we could. It could be the case. So I'll go ahead and have that there for a moment. And then we can either have one or the other here. Maybe this? No. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. Oh, maybe we can... Yeah, that might be better. I need to stop being a Cheez-Its addict. Oh no! I get that though. Like I will snack on things like crazy and it's just like, okay, I need to calm down. Hey, I think we did it. Like right now, I am really addicted to like the like Smart Foods white cheddar popcorn. Like whenever we go grocery shopping, it's like, okay, I need a bag of this. That's my current thing. Before it was like goldfish, like the big carton of goldfish. I know there was another one before that, but I don't remember what it was by now. But like that was like the one thing of like, I need to get this. The core lit up and now it's spinning? The monitor to the side turned on too. Let's see what it says. Monitor to the side? Oh. Been craving hard candy lately? Ooh. That's a nice craving. Is there a specific one or just in general hard candy? Well, I got power on, but what now? Because right now, in candy terms, I am going for like the Reese's Sticks for some reason. Like I will grab that for like most of my breaks at work. And I have eaten us out of stock, and I have to wait for us to get more. Yeah, just the big rainbow box of goldfish, right? Yes. I really liked the flavor blasted ones, but I would not turn down the rainbow box. Just in general, fair. I don't know, but we should be able to use this at least. Let's get started then. Oh gosh, it's one of these. I haven't, oh, I see, okay. So anything in the cross? Okay, so we can only move them up and down. We can't move them across. That makes it slightly easier. Okay, we got that one. Twizzlers are one of my favorites for me. That's a good one, actually. How are we supposed to do that without moving the middle one? Huh. Yeah, that's a good one to go for. Oh gosh, this one's gonna be tough. Okay, so this one has to be like that. And then we kind of have to... to do something here. Does it have to go in a specific way, I wonder? Because this one... Lizards are good until they get old and unable to chew. Absolutely. I like the, is it Twizzlers that, like, has a version that's, like, cream inside? Those ones are good. I know that's not, like, the default for Twizzler, but that one's a good one. Oh gosh, this one is... Yeah, the middle one has color marks, so more than likely it has to go in there like the way that it shows. Ugh. Yeah, it has the licorice on like as a tube. I know, like, not as the default Twizzler, but like as a spin-off Twizzler. Unless it's like another brand one. But it has the like licorice tube. That's like a smooth licorice tube. And it has like some kind of like cream filling of some kind, like almost frosting texture. Like those ones are good, in my opinion. I'm not liking the look of this puzzle. Talk about the rope. The rope candy. It's similar, because the rope one, that's like a thicker toffee, I want to say. Those ones are good too. Cowtails, those ones are good. Juicy drops is the only thing that comes to mind when you say it. No, don't think so. That's like a liquid in there. This puzzle is gonna frustrate me, and I can tell that right now. Because we have a way to get the red in there. That's not like, yeah. How did I get it to do that? Huh. Okay. So. Let me figure this out on the memo pad. So yellow. Yellow somehow has to like travel all the way around here to get to there in some way or another. And then blue has to somehow get in there. Because these middle ones don't move. Like this one in the very center. And that's the lowest down that one can go. But I feel like that one makes the most sense. Because if we have the yellow... Because if we do this, then yellow gets off screen. And if we do this, then it goes off screen again. So this one has to be like this. But then we have to have something. I feel like I need a hint. Never heard of it then? Maybe it's a... Because I think... what's the brand? There's another one that has like a similar one, but it's not the good one. I don't know. Maybe Twizzlers doesn't do a cream one. Oh no, okay. We are in C team. Is this the power room? Yes. Okay. Is there... I will take a peek at like a little bit of the laser puzzle just to get like a starting place. Okay. Okay, I've looked. 3 of the roles are correct right now. So... Okay, we have the blue in the right place. Not cheating, just getting a hint. It didn't give me a proper hint. But I just looked and saw that the top row, it's like this. So I'm gonna try to figure out the rest by myself. It just might take a few moments. Okay. So if we have nothing in the way of green. Oh, we're getting close. So somehow I have yellow in the red, but okay. So if I do something like that. If we have some... No, we can't move that one. Okay, red one. We move it like that. Yellow and red both go in the void. It's gonna be a little bit of trial and error, but that is fine. Okay. So maybe this one needs to be higher. Maybe... I don't know where anything's going. Oh, we are so close to figuring it out. Mandela catalogs? I don't think so. Maybe describe it to me? We get so close, like right here, and then the yellow is just like, bye! Because we need the yellow to hit that bottom middle one. There we go. I was overthinking it. All the lasers are hitting the center target now. Does this mean the reactor core will be hit with radiation as well? And now something's gonna need to get frozen, right? We're gonna need to freeze something. What do we need to freeze? Just get me in there. Get me in the reactor. The core's still spinning. Wait, didn't the implosion work? Why is the alarm going off? No idea, but we better shut down the control panel. The monitor's saying evacuate or shut down the power. The alarm is going off. This is bad. We gotta do something. We can't exactly evacuate right now, but maybe we can shut off the power? So, if we freeze the drainage ditches with this extinguisher... It's an ARG where people are replacing with imposters and children going. Oh. I don't... I think I vaguely heard of that. Was that the thing that was like... that kind of inspired Nirvana Initiative? That sounds vaguely familiar, but maybe not. I don't know. Thank goodness. Disaster averted, and the lights are turning back on. Though to be fair, there are a lot of ARGs that I don't know. That's like the main ARG that I know is Nirvana Initiative. So it's probably not related at all. Oh hey, the door over there opened. Should we check it out? Well, Akane? Ow, the top layer of ice melted? She stepped in the water. Akane? Akane! Come on, wake up! Okay, so now we might learn something?
She's okay. She's just unconscious. Her breathing and pulse are normal.
Man, she gets knocked out a lot.
Now announcing the current casualties. Q-Team, Q, Mira, Eric.
We know that one.
These 3 are now deceased.
Oh, it's just
As
them.
a result, 3 X-passes will be revealed.
I kill Fu.
That is all.
Q-Team. They...
It had to have been the vote.
No, we can't be sure all of Q-Team was really killed.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
We need to focus on getting out of here somehow.
Oh, they died because,
You seem to be forgetting that the exit's still locked.
to get to this
Well,
area,
then,
I had to...
all we can do is go into that room.
Vote them living.
What the hell is this thing?
I had to prescribe them with dye.
Akane?
She's laying down outside. The hell is this?
Why are you guys so close?
No clue. Something's up on the monitor, though.
Rules of the AB game. Players, Carlos and Junpei, stand before the monitor and vote to either A, ally, or B, betray. You must vote at the same time. If the timing is off, everyone within the shelter will be executed. That's kind of messed up. Just saying. Both of you will start with 3 BP. This number will change based on the voting results. How BP changes. If you both choose ally, both will gain 3 BP. If both choose betray, all BP points remain the same. So there's... It's kind of more of an intense addition and subtraction with it, as opposed to the other one. It's more even in this one. Interesting. If Carlos chooses ally and Junpei chooses betray, Carlos loses 3 BP while Junpei gains 6 BP. Oh, Junpei didn't participate in this one. Oh wait, no, he did, but not yet. Time is weird. If Carlos chooses betray and Junpei chooses ally, Carlos gains 6 BP while Junpei loses 3. When either player's BP reaches 9, the exit door will unlock. If BP drops to 0, you will be executed. Method of execution: the bracelet will administer a muscle relaxant into your bloodstream. In this way, you will at least receive a peaceful death. Beware, others will share the same fate as you. If Carlos dies, Deanna and Sigma will die as well. If Junpei dies, Akane and Phi will die. Make your choice carefully.
Share the same fate.
If I die, Akane and Phi die too.
And Diana and Sigma are killed if I die.
Hot damn! How far is Zero going to go with his toying with us?
He's gonna go pretty far.
Or betray.
VP, I think. Oh gosh, what did the B stand for?
Well,
The P stand for points.
What are you saying? Isn't it obvious?
I don't think it was
We
betrayal.
choose ally twice. We'll add 6 additional points to our initial 3. And we'll both end up with 9 BP.
It makes it sound like it's been forever since I played the second game. Wasn't it like September?
No one dies, no one gets hurt. The exit door will open, and C Team will be able to get out.
Bingus points. Bug points.
Yeah, I get it. There's nothing gained by choosing betray, right? Zero's aiming for us to kill ourselves off here.
All right. Hey, before we do this, do you mind if we check on Akane?
Sure. I don't see why not.
This girl here, she's always been really smart. If she thinks the tiniest thing is off, she'll start debating with buts and ifs, like someone at least twice her age. But to all of us back in grade school, she was pretty strange. Well, I guess she came across as scary.
Did she get bullied a lot?
No. It was just, well, not many people wanted to be friends.
That's a
I always
form of
saw
bullying.
her sitting in a corner, curled up, hugging her knees, and all alone. I decided that I'd stay by her side to watch over and protect her, if I could. Then one day, her beloved rabbits were killed by some stupid middle schoolers having fun. She didn't take it well. So, without telling me or the teachers, she went to their hutch, crying and apologizing over and over to them. That was over 10 years ago. A memory that's been tucked away in my brain, covered in dust. When I saw her again last year, I was reminded of that time.
Mm-hmm. In a very weird
I just
circumstance.
can't not keep an eye on her. I know she always goes and just quietly shoulders everything herself. That's why I want to protect her. I wanted to help her bear whatever weight she's taken up.
Right.
I truly felt that. But, well, I don't know. It was like I didn't know her as well as I thought I did. Hell, I couldn't understand why I even cared. I wanted to find out more about who she really was. To go and see her. Come on,
Did you want to propose?
You have someone
Is
you
that
really
why you
care
have a
about,
ring?
don't you?
You mean my sister?
Yeah.
My parents died in a fire. And then Maria fell ill to an incurable disease. Above anything else, I want to save her. I want to see her smile like before. That's what I decided. That's why.
Ah, now I get it. That's why you need the $500,000.
It's clear we both have someone we want to protect. And neither of us can afford to die now.
Right.
So let's get out of this room by both picking ally. We'll work on getting out of this shelter after that. Okay, let's get this over with.
Yeah, back to the room for us.
Yeah, I feel like I think when I was glancing at the guide to find out the information that we're trying to find out, it's just like
Don't get the
vote
timing
for
wrong,
both.
okay? We have to enter them at the same time.
So I
know.
feel like Junpei's
All right.
gonna betray us.
Here we go.
I'm gonna go with ally. but I feel like Junpei's gonna betray us.
3, 2, 1.
But we're gonna choose ally. Cause we're good. We're Carlos. We're good. Yeah. Well, with this game series, you're kind of meant to go through things multiple times.
Results will be displayed.
So that way you can get the different endings. You can get the different results. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. He's a stinky. He's a stinky boy.
What the? Why?
He's a stinky
Sorry.
boy.
Carlos. There's nothing gained by choosing betray, right? You said that. But you forgot, Carlos. There actually was something.
What are you?
The 3&Q team, currently dead. With 3 more, the X door will be able to be opened.
Share the same fate.
That's right. If you die, Diana and Sigma will die as well.
No. So then, you...
Don't take it the wrong way. I didn't choose betray so I could escape. I know you'd do anything for the little sister you love.
And now she's gonna die
that's
in a
why I figured
hospital.
You'd choose to push betray yourself. So, essentially, it was a defensive move. I only wanted to protect Akane and...
I feel like he had like a very similar point in the second game where it's like, hey, logistically, you were gonna betray me. So honestly, I am offended that you weren't gonna kill me. Like you should feel ashamed in yourself that you thought that you could trust me. Like, what the heck? Shaking my head. You thought I was a good person? Nah, man, that's on you.
Fine.
Huh? Junpei? Carlos?
I want to check again. Is my sound
There's
level
a
okay?
Japanese saying, assume everyone you meet is a thief. It means you should never trust strangers so easily.
Bastard.
Is that gonna be important? Let me look at the log real quick. I'm not gonna put it in like the memo pad, but like, assume everyone you meet is a thief. I feel like that's gonna come up somewhere, but it's too long of a thing for me to want to like handwrite. But the fact that it was in brackets makes me kind of suspicious. Okay, so now Carlos is dead. So now we gotta go back and betray Junpei, and he's gonna pick ally, and he's gonna be like, "Wow, I can't believe you would betray me, you stinky, you stinky."
Don't we?
How dare you betray me when you say that we're both gonna pick ally? Man, I trusted you. And you just basically not winning either way. There's a third choice though. Very interesting.
All votes have been received. Results will be displayed on the monitor.
See, I knew it. I knew he was gonna pick the ally, the little stinker. And he's gonna be like, wow, not only did you kill me, but you killed Akane.
No.
I can't believe.
Why?
You piece of shit! You tricked me!
No, I didn't, I swear. It was because the last time we voted, you chose betray. So I...
The hell are you going on about? We've only done this once!
Junpei's definitely lost his ability to jump.
Hey, are you okay? Junpei, wake up!
What the hell, asshole? This is all
I feel like he has. It's probably because he
You're
has
the
like a
one who
lesser
killed
form
me
of jumping.
first.
What?
Like, what are you talking
What is
about?
going on? How do I even know about it last time? Junpei's right. This should have been the first time. So why do I think there was another one? When did this last time happen?
He's lost his cool too,
There's
yeah.
a Japanese saying, assume everyone you meet
is
is a thief. It means you should never trust strangers so easily.
This is like when I'm in a fire. Maybe does this mean I've somehow been avoiding the paths leading to death?
I like how he's having this internal dialogue while Junpei's just like, I'm dying. Oh.
How dare you! How dare you kill Junpei!
I didn't mean to.
Akane!
He betrayed me first. Oh. 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 Akane. Akane, he's already dead. We're already dead. Stop. Who are we gonna continue?
You.
Junpei!
Oh. Eh? Oh, probably from the bracelet. Because her fate was tied to Junpei's in this one. Okay, so there was a third option there. Let me see. Is it something that we immediately get to do, or is it something that we get to come back? Is there? Oh. Interesting. To get blood to splatter from impacts, you have to hit very hard, right?
Did she get bullied a lot?
No. It was just... Well, not many people wanted to be friends.
That is just Higurashi rules. You're just basically a human ketchup packet. What was that visually? What was that?
Where?
You okay?
Is
Oh.
Is this before the A-B game?
What? Okay.
Interesting.
Should I keep going?
Huh.
Yeah.
I always saw her sitting in a corner, curled up, hugging her knees, and all alone.
I decided I'd stay by her side to watch over and protect her if I could.
Huh?
Then one day, her beloved rabbits were killed by some stupid middle schoolers having fun. She went to their hutch, crying and apologizing over and over to them.
How do you know that? Did
Yeah,
Akane tell you?
you're gonna
No.
look very sus now, Carlos.
Why?
I don't know if Junpei's in a good
So,
headspace
gonna
to
stay silent,
believe you.
huh? Fine. Guess there's no point talking about this. Let's just get these votes.
No, wait! Something's weird.
Hello, pot calling kettle.
Whenever I chose in the A-B game, it was always the worst outcome.
What are you talking about?
Junpei? Carlos?
Yay, she regained consciousness. So now we can talk about jumping. I think that's what's gonna go on.
Ah, I think I understand. I believe that what you just did was shift, Carlos.
Right.
Shift?
Space-time human internal fluctuating transfer. A phenomenon where one's mind crosses space and time.
Akane, is that?
The power we used a year ago? The ability to send and receive information through the morphogenetic field. It's a simpler version of this.
You're saying the me here right now came from a different history?
Yes. Well, your consciousness at least. Say you go back in time to when your parents met, using a car as a time machine.
Just casually.
Know
Back
what
to the
movie I'm
Future.
talking about?
Yeah, of course I do. The high school protagonist almost gets it on with his own mother and tries to get his awkward dad to marry her. That's the basic plot, right?
Yes, the story revolves around a boy. We'll call him M.
Just
now,
so that way we don't
according
get
to the
copyright
plot,
strike.
he's successful at getting his parents to marry. But history ends up changing slightly. Upon returning to his own time, his father's a famous science fiction writer, and he's rich.
Huh. I guess the hierarchy was switched when his dad punched the neighborhood bully.
But did you notice something odd about the movie? Just what happened to the M who lived in that fancy house?
Huh. Well, now that you mention it.
I don't think the M from that history appears in the movie at all.
Yeah, because the consciousness
There are two
took over.
overarching types of stories about time travel. The first type states that there is always only one history. Meaning, if someone changes the past, that previous past is subsequently erased. The other type is where multiple histories exist. This is the many worlds interpretation, one of the more widely believed hypotheses on multiverse theory. The world and universe split into branches as a result of one's decisions. It's a setup where each branch is able to exist in some form. Okay, so back to the movie. First, let's consider what happens with a single path history. In this case, do you know what M is doing back in his own time?
Sorry, that probably sounded disgusting.
What he's doing?
Committing a form of murder.
Murder?
Well, think about it. The M who grew up in that fancy house, let's call him M2. M2 should have had a variety of amazing memories from his life. Maybe he met a really cute girl he liked, or was a winner of a contest. The possibilities are endless. All of those memories, every single one was overwritten when M came from another history.
Huh? But the history that disappeared was poor M's.
You're right, that's true. What was erased from existing in time was M's history. But the only memories that M retained
Are those of when he was poor.
So, in effect, the life that M2 lived through was overwritten, all because of the actions that the protagonist M took to save his own. I'd say that's the same as killing someone, don't you think?
Man, that makes me think of
Next is the
Tokyo Revengers in a different way.
hypothesis. In this situation, M2's life is never erased. Instead, a mystery remains. So, where did M2, the version who remembers being well off, up and disappear to?
Where he went.
This is what I think. On the same day that protagonist M used the time machine,
Yeah, we betrayed, and so now we
M2,
didn't vote.
for some reason, did the same as M and went back to the past. But then he did the exact opposite of M.
The opposite?
Mm-hmm.
So they're talking
He
about the
stopped his dad from
punchline
punching
of
the
Back to the
bully.
Future.
So, when he returned to his own time, it was the world poor M had lived in.
Are you saying that they pretty much switched places?
It would keep everything consistent.
That's depressing.
What is?
Poor Rich M.
M2's situation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he ends up getting the bum end of the deal regardless of which scenario happens.
That's kind of sad.
Damn, that's pretty unfair.
Yes, that's true. But, this is rather difficult to say, Carlos. Your case may be exactly the same.
What?
Your consciousness could have come from another history and taken over this body.
That's true.
In exchange, the Carlos who was here originally...
That kind of sucks.
Another me is in the other history?
There's no use in getting upset. You simply need to accept that that's what shifting is.
Say if it's an alternate version of you, it's free game.
But wait, Akane, how did you know that Carlos is able to shift?
I mean, it just makes sense.
He mentioned before that he knows which path has death at the end and which is safe. I just sort of knew, too.
An arsonist set fire to our house when I was 18.
Ooh, this might be important
My parents
information.
didn't make it, though I was able to get my sister Maria out. But we didn't make a clean escape. Maria fell into some sort of coma. They first thought that she had carbon monoxide poisoning, but that wasn't what it was.
Reverie syndrome. A variety of moments flicker in and out of the mind, as if one was constantly dreaming. We believe this is what your sister has.
Maria is either receiving large amounts of information from the morphogenetic field, or her consciousness cannot stop its jumping between multiple histories.
Oh man, that sucks.
Then she's like us.
Yes, though it's slightly different. In Maria's case, that power is running rampant within her. That is what the reverie syndrome really is.
What?
If a way can be found to control the ability, then she could recover from it.
Interesting.
Is that true?
Huh.
I see. That's good. So there's some hope for her.
Hey, Carlos, when you dove into the fire to save your sister, you were able to hear her voice, right?
Yeah, I was.
Carlos, I'm here! I'm over here!
Maria! Maria, is that you? Just stay there! I'm coming to get you!
I wonder.
No matter how you look at it, there was no way her voice could reach me. But I realized exactly where she was, and I found her quickly. That was the first time. After that, I could hear victims crying out in the fires, and which way would lead to my death.
Oh, this ability we have is triggered by intense danger.
When we're threatened by a crisis, it's easier for us to access the field.
I get it. So that's what it was.
So, Carlos, Junpei, shall we shift?
Huh?
What?
It's like, let's get
There's
out of
really
this
no
stinky
reason
world.
to play the AB game. Well,
let's have somebody
as
else
it
steal
stands right now, it's incredibly likely the both of you will decide to pick ally. But instead of going through that, it'd be better to shift to another history. It'll work! The three of us will definitely be able to do it! But only if we find our lives in danger.
Wait, what do you mean by danger?
Oh, that was some very fast danger.
The control panel has
Oh.
detected an error in the program.
Oh, I see.
Main cord required to supply additional deuterium.
Deuterium?
Please quarantine or disconnect the control panel.
Hey, Akane?
You're really turning the reactor into a bomb?
I told you earlier, didn't I? Our lives have to be in danger for our shift ability to manifest.
That's
But
pretty.
this is absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Even if we do manage to do this, the us who are from whatever history we switch with will end up.
Yeah, that's
Do
kind
you
of
plan on
rude.
dying here then?
Oh, right. I forgot you were like that.
The main goal is preventing the shield.
It's like, oh, I forgot that you were crazy.
Please evacuate now. Please evacuate now.
So, where do we need to jump to?
Well,
You didn't consider that part?
well, if we knew in advance, the effect of the threat would be lessened.
You're not affected by any of this at all, are you?
That's not true. Here, look, my heart's pounding so fast. Do you want to check it?
2 minutes until detonation.
Hey, it's kind of getting down to the wire here.
Like, Junpei, just you can just. She's offering.
Shit! Okay, we're just gonna have to go for it. Jump to the same history I am.
The same history?
Which one?
Think! There's a history when we didn't get all ones on the dice rolls. The moment right after that.
Okay.
Are you insane? We're just gonna get ourselves killed.
It's okay. I have a plan.
He has a plane.
30 seconds until detonation.
All right. I trust you, Junpei.
Ah, damn it! Junpei, if we die, I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, let's go.
3,
Gonna kick your ghost butt.
1.
Let me see. Now I get to see what was in that message. Oh, cool. Okay. If there was a rocket altar, I'd say they'd be as dangerous or more dangerous than I am because I would have joined the Navy because messing up my shoulder, or before messing up my shoulder, I focused on my engineering, but because I never did, I focused on my art. That'd be interesting. I feel like, imagine if he shifted. If that version of you shifted, and so you were just in the Navy area, just doomed, and you were like, and there was just like a bomb coming right at you. It's just like, no! That would be terrible. TP to the part now. I want to see what happens. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I honestly don't think it would let us teleport anywhere else.
Wait, that one doesn't count.
Your hand slipped. That was it, right?
Yeah, what she said.
You wouldn't mind a little do-over, right? 0?
How are you gonna get us out of this, Junpei? The bar counter obviously did not help.
Did it work?
But this is...
Yeah, this isn't a good situation for us to have jumped to.
Hurry, Junpei, what was your idea?
Yeah, right. First.
Junpei!
What the hell?
Carlos, put Akane in the fireplace.
What?
Huh?
Just do it!
What? Oh, I guess the fire is out, so that should be okay.
What are you...
That's a big
Akane,
fireplace.
Listen to me. Carlos and I are going to be your shield wall.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
The bullets shouldn't hit you if there are 2 bodies in front of you.
I don't...
But if you do that, then you'll...
It's okay. Listen,
If
Carlos
a
and I
bar
will protect
counter
you and
can't...
die. The fuck? Don't worry, it'll be fine. Before we die, we just need to shift to another history. Once you hear all of the X passes, Akane, you should follow right away.
The X passes?
Huh.
In this history, 5 are already dead. 5's the only other one alive. That means 5 X passes will be revealed. If Carlos's and mine are added to that,
then there'll be 7.
No!
Damn it, Junpei. What the hell is this plan?
You're going to help, right?
You just gotta tell me what's going on.
God damn it!
Please.
Yeah, you don't. You guys don't have buns of steel. You're not
can't
gonna.
go back
There's
now.
gaps between
This
your
is the
legs.
only
that
way.
The bullets.
Where are we jumping?
To the history when we rolled the dice and they were all ones.
Okay, let's do this then. Let's protect Akane, no matter what.
Guys, I don't think the bullets are
Counting
gonna
on you,
actually
Carlos.
block.
No! No, 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 no!
Like, okay, Okane, we're gonna traumatize you. It's okay. We're gonna die on top of you. This is fine. Most likely firing hollow points, which means flesh can stop them faster than wood would.
Now announcing
But
the
the
current
like,
casualties.
I
Team, Q,
I fail to think that Junpei would
team,
know
Diana,
that.
Sigma, C Team, Carlos, Junpei.
Yeah, that worked.
These 7 are now deceased. As a
Oof.
result, 7 X-passes will be revealed. I kill, fool, moon, fate, save, doll. That's
I'm gonna I need to look at the log. Because more than likely it's gonna have me put that in there. So I kill, fool, moon, fate, save, and doll. Okay, cool. Because yeah, more than likely that's gonna be asked of me.
Horrible. You're horrible, Junpei.
Now she's thinking of the rabbits.
I should go now.
Now she's gonna have to think of the little rabbits that got moited in their hutch. Okay, so now we need to go to the one where they did roll all ones.
What in the world were you thinking?
What is your problem? Look, the 3 of us shifted just fine, so what's the big deal?
It's not okay.
We did get 7X passes at least.
Not you too, Carlos. I can't believe you. You always were like that, weren't you, Junpei?
And this is why they
When
didn't
we were
hook
in
up.
6th grade, you faced those rabbit-killing middle school kids alone.
See, I told you she
There were
remembered the
probably
rabbits.
other ways of handling it, but you rushed right in. Even the shifting. It's okay because it worked, but what if I was left behind there?
Well, I figured you could escape alone then, or something.
But that way of thinking is completely wrong. Being the sole survivor does not make me happy. There's no point in living once you lose the one you care about the most.
Akane,
Carlos is like, I need to get out of this awkward situation. If you need me, I'll be over here.
I'm sorry. I never meant to ever cause you pain like that.
What's that?
Well, remember back in elementary school, your dream was to wear a ring
Finally get it.
on your left hand? So, what's the matter?
Junpei.
That's her right.
Junpei.
That's her right hand, Junpei. I am family friendly. The games, it depends.
Thank you.
Like this game.
Thank you so much.
This game is either a T or an M, I'm not sure, but they do swear. And there's a lot of death.
You
so.
know this is my right hand, don't you?
Yes.
Wait, what? Oh, you're right. It looked like the left from my side, so.
So silly.
That's just like you, Junpei.
Well, we'll move it to the correct finger later. I'll do it officially after we escape from here.
I understand. So, until then.
Right, I feel like it would be neat to
I'll
like
leave an
shift
empty
with an alternate
spot
version. Aw.
It's been put on reserve.
You've pre-ordered our marriage. But I feel like it would be neat to like temporarily shift to an alternate timeline just to get a glimpse. Like, you know, not
Akane,
necessarily being...
Do you remember the X passes for Junpei and me?
Yes. Normally, when someone shifts, they forget the memories from the last timeline.
Like, I wouldn't necessarily want to shift and then know the reason why a history is different or be in a dangerous situation, but I would just want to shift to like a random alternate timeline and be like, oh, neat.
But I'm used to it. It's all there.
But wait, hold on. Carlos and I remember what happened before, too.
Huh. I think the memories were strengthened due to the resonance effect. Those with the ability to shift... Oh, there are 3 of us here, so...
But I wonder why. Why have 3 shifters gathered in a place like this?
There's more than that.
Doesn't really seem like a coincidence.
True. Even if we really are seeing more shifters in the world, the probability...
Wait, the numbers are increasing?
Technically, there's 7.
Mankind is about to face an unprecedented crisis. As it stands now, we'll lose 6 billion lives. I assume mankind has sensed that and is adapting.
Unless Eric and
even though it's
Mira
in reality
are also
only
shifters.
a small portion. There's no way there are tens of thousands of shifters.
Then it's definitely on purpose. But we signed up for decom of our own free will. Wait a minute. But maybe...
So yeah, there's at
we
least
just
7.
think that.
Maybe.
And in actuality...
We did exactly what Zero wanted?
It's highly possible.
Ah, damn! What is that bastard thinking?
Wasn't it because he needed us to shift?
Yeah, I'm counting
Why
Q
would that be
technically as a
important?
shifter. Because Q does remember,
It'll
like,
all be over once we get out of
random
here
things.
anyways.
You're right.
I don't know if they remember
We
stuff
couldn't
from other
care
timelines,
less
though.
what Zero has planned at this point.
But I'm gonna count them as one until
We
they
need
are
6
confirmed to
X-passes.
not be.
We know 5 of them already, so 1 more. Akane, tell us one of the other X passes.
It's save.
Okay, save. I'm amazed that it didn't want me to memorize all those.
Hey, what the hell?
That was one of the ones that I put
Wait,
down.
Is the X pass wrong?
Oh, it's
somehow?
probably because
That can't be.
that person's not dead.
Yeah, let's try the other one too.
Akane!
It's doll.
Oh, plus, different realities, different routes had different X passes for the same characters. Ooh, so these are probably not gonna work. This version of me didn't go to college because I wasn't expected for scholarships and grants, and the Army is a no-go because of my injuries. But if I had the chance to join the Army, I would have had the chance to go to college. That is fair. But you know, There could have been multiple possibilities to come out of that.
What the?
No way.
But why?
X passes are sent to their respective histories.
Mm-hmm.
X passes from alternate timelines are not applicable.
Yeah.
What?
No. Junpei.
Now this is hilarious. How perfect. Why did we even struggle through all of that just now?
To get a plot.
Those guns turned my body into Swiss cheese.
Yummy.
And you're telling me that it was all for nothing?
Yes.
All we did was die in vain?
Yeah. And you kind of messed up your alternate reality versions of yourselves for no reason.
So, just one person needs to die.
What?
Just one more person, and Akane and Carlos can...
Junpei.
Well, I think,
You.
like...
Wait, Junpei!
Hey!
I know... Q! Q! Why are your eyes red?
Oh.
This cannot
Junpei!
continue, this cannot continue, this cannot continue.
Penalty. Penalty. You are charged with a rule violation. That means you must be punished.
Punished?
Time to exterminate.
Exterminate?
Huh.
Kane!
Huh. Become as God, become as God.
Ah, damn it, he's so strong. Any more of those punches and... This is...
Because yeah, I know in one version Carlos's thing was save, and another one, or no, fire and hero were other ones. So it would have been one of those two. Oh.
What? How? How did I see QT? Doesn't matter. I gotta do something. If I die now, Junpei and Akane, think. I gotta think. There must be a way. Some way to survive this situation. There has to be.
That would have been fun to get punched
I
into the
believe that
basketball
what you
hoop.
just did was shift, Carlos.
That's it! Shift! I could shift! There's no way I'm leaving Junpei and Akane behind. I'll come up with a plan in another history and jump right back. Where do I go? Which history should I jump to? Damn it! I don't have time to think.
Maybe just
Then...
jump a few minutes back. Just one quick and hard turn. But on Q's helmet, you can get pretty good leverage on. Maybe it depends though. Oh, back here. Okay. Oh, so. Oh wait, no. This is after we killed Akane.
I'm sorry. I couldn't avenge you.
Akane?
Like
I just killed...
I jumped to a messed up history. Why did I do this?
No. Why is Akane...
Man, that was a while ago that we did that, huh? Was that stream 1 or stream 2?
This is the history where Akane was killed. I killed her. No, I didn't kill her. The one who did was me from this history.
So I got off scot-free.
Oh, this can't be kept like this. I need to do something at least.
Huh.
The anesthetic worked somehow. The pain's dull. Don't know how long it'll last. Regardless, who was that kid?
I think it got
figure out who he is somehow.
chainsawed off, if I remember.
Yeah. There's one more thing I need to do.
That's why he's missing an arm.
That vision I saw. I have to tell Q-Team.
Muscle relaxers are pretty easy to survive. You just have to keep the heart beating. Search the family.
Counting on you, Gab.
Oh, because the door was behind that. That's right, that's right. Okay.
Now then, what's left is figuring out who that kid is.
It is very strange that he would
might have been the one who killed
know
Junpei
that,
in this history.
But that is a really important question on how he knows what happened to Q-Team. So what timeline did he send the dog to? Oh no. So okay. So we gotta go to D-Team and let the timer. What? Why do we have to kill 5 for this? Okay. I don't know why, but we gotta go over here, I guess. Okay, see you later, Phi. I guess Sigma's gonna be mad at me this time. Yep, time for Phi to die while Sigma just stares into my eyes. And that's what the guide says, at least. Not again with the sad music box.
Incineration commencing.
Come on! Stop this, please!
I'm sorry, Matt Mercer.
Zero! Zero! You can hear me, right? I don't care what happens to me! So please, save Phi. Just save Phi.
That's all I needed to hear from you, Sigma. Thank you.
Phi.
Hi.
And Diana, you can't blame yourself, no matter what. You made the right decision.
I feel like I didn't.
It's weird, but I feel like we'll see each other again.
Yeah, we definitely will.
So I'm not going to say goodbye.
Okay. I'll see you later. Mata ne.
I want the two of you to keep on living. I love you.
Oh. Phi! Wait, both of us? Both of us? This is a really sad scene, but like... Why is not gonna gonna turn out to be our daughter, is she? It's not. That would be weird, right? That would be weird, and I don't know how possible. If I were to be Deanna's and Sigma's child from the future. But, like, maybe. That would explain why she's a redhead. But, like, It seemed pretty plausible. Deanna, how much Latin do you know? Tell me! Tell me!
Door now opening.
The little pendant. She's remembering. I have my notepad open. 2 days ago. Confinement room.
What are you doing over here? Just wanted to be alone for a while.
Something the matter?
No, not really. It's been 3 days since I came to DCOM, but nothing's happened. Nothing strange at all.
Isn't that a good thing? What's that?
It's a memento from my mother, I think.
You're not sure?
An old couple raised me. They were researchers.
It's gonna turn
We
out
weren't related by blood at all.
Adopted?
Your foster parents.
They told me what happened. They said that my mother died immediately after giving birth to me. And she left me this brooch.
Oh, is it brooch that I needed?
What about your father?
I don't know. There aren't any leads either.
It seems really likely that she's
I think I see
a
something
time traveling
written on the back of
baby.
this.
A time
It's
traveling
Latin.
baby.
What does it mean?
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. What was my mother trying to tell me? I've thought about it for so long. Maybe there's no specific point to it at all. But I still feel like I'm missing some kind of important message within it.
I feel like the first
Not
word
even
was
gods
brooch.
can return to the past. So live in the moment, so you have no regrets. That's not the right interpretation?
As in
Well, if you take it at face value.
Because Fia dyes her hair.
I guess that makes sense if I was a normal human being.
Because she's self-conscious about being a redhead.
Does that mean that you're not?
Hey, Diana. I want to ask you something. Would you mind giving me a hug?
Huh?
I'm just really tired.
So then how did they send... Oh, it must have been with the machine, right?
This feels really relaxing.
If this is all you need, then it's no problem.
Could we maybe stay like this for a while?
I don't mind.
Hey, this isn't normal, right?
What do you mean?
It is.
Getting a hug?
You're a completely normal girl,
Like a
Vi.
long hug? That's normal.
You're really nice.
People tell me it's a fault of mine.
Thanks.
You already said that.
Okay. Good night then.
Good night, Vi.
Aw. Yeah. But yeah, this is kind of a Doctor Who moment. Yeah, the movements with the models are a little scuff. But yeah, no. We look past that. We look past the scuff in this game.
The current casualties. D Team, Vi. Q Team, Q, Mira, Eric. These 4 are now deceased. As a result, 4 X-passes will be revealed. Future, I, kill, fool. That is all.
Q Team, huh? They must have been executed. The vote at 13:30. Stabbed us in the back, huh, Carlos?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Plans are proceeding smoothly. And it's all thanks to you, Diana.
Zero.
Now it is time for you to sleep. When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
And once again, Gab is just hanging out with us. Okay. So... anything unlock? Not yet. Okay. So what do I need to do now that I've seen very heavily implied evidence that Vi is Deanna and Sigma's child? Gotta go to C Team. Find the mask. What? Is this the right one? Yeah, that's the one it tells me to choose. But what does it mean, find the mask? Oh. I guess it means this. Oh! Wait, now the mask is gonna be there? Huh? I guess we'll see. I wonder if I and D are siblings, because there would have to be an age difference, maybe. It's possible. Because I did have the thought process of it being, of Q being K. I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, no. Let's choose 9 this time. I feel like that'll be a good one to choose. Full definition of let the bodies hit the floor. Okay. So, no differences. Okay. So... it's either gonna be in 1 or 9. You know what? I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to them. There's a possibility it'll be just whatever one I'm choosing. No? Oh, maybe it just wanted me to have done that in general. I don't know. I did it just in case. Because maybe that isn't winnable. Because now we have to go over here. There's not a new transport, then jump to the new exclamation. Okay, so we gotta transport. Oops. Oh wait, maybe do we need to go to the choice, or is it fine if I just appear?
Okay.
Hmm? Okay, maybe we actually have to make the choice instead of just selecting the choice. Okay. Like, unless that didn't actually count as finding the mask. I have a feeling it didn't actually count as finding the mask. Yeah, it just says find the mask, so maybe it's the one that I don't choose instead? Doesn't seem right, though. I'll try it one more time. If not, maybe I just forgot to do something. What I do? Because okay, so we did find the mask. And so these two have to die. And so we get that. And so now go to Q team and let the timer run out. This doesn't seem like a good situation for me to be in. Okay. How did Mira die? She was in a pod. She was asphyxiated because it looks like there were some hand marks around her neck. And so Eric thinks that Q did it because of course he thinks that. He thinks everything is Q's fault.
I don't know. I don't know. No.
Fuck!
Wait, is he not gonna actually shoot? Wow, Eric. You do have kindness in your soul. You do have some kindness in there.
Hey, how could any of this even happen?
Yeah.
Mira was everything to me. A lowly ice cream clerk.
Making minimum wage in a Baskin Robbins.
Customer. She seemed like a rare flower, forever out of my reach.
Right, his father was awful too.
It made me happy just to see her smile from behind the counter. But I took her order, and we spoke for a bit. Day after day, we talked like that. I wanted to be with her. If she needed help, I wanted to be there. I started to feel like I'd do anything for her.
Like get unalived and my heart ripped out by her.
Was the one to ask me out the first time.
First time?
Every date after that, I took the initiative.
Oh, okay.
The longer we dated, the more and more I came to like her. I really loved her. Somehow, I felt like she was a lot like my mother.
Oh no, Mama's
To
boy.
tell the truth, I don't really remember much about my mother.
Oh my gosh,
anymore.
are you and Fire gonna be related?
She died when my brother and I were still pretty small.
You have a brother?
But she was a good cook and liked things clean.
Oh right.
She was always smiling.
The guy that your dad killed.
And above all, her gentleness and warmth are what I remember the most.
So maybe not related.
I guess putting it that way, her and Mira aren't very similar at all. But still, I felt something in who Mira is. Something that's a lot like her.
No, I don't think
Everything
him and
just
Carlos
seemed
are related.
So bright.
Carlos has a little
after I met
sister.
her. I couldn't help but think
Yeah, there's no
every
fire
day was
involved.
great. I was going to propose. I scraped together all my money and bought an engagement ring. And then
Did it get lost? Did it get yoinked?
why? Why did this have to happen?
Hey, Eric. Let's work together to find the killer. I'm really sad Mira died too. I'll never forgive the person who did it. That's why. This is.
What is that? Did the dog explode? What was that? He has an Oedipus complex, probably. That would probably happen when you witness your dad killing your brother.
Gab.
Okay, Gab is safe.
I think. I knew it!
Oh, okay.
What is
this is where we needed to go.
It's a note.
A note?
Search the family portrait.
Hey, where you going?
I like how it was just like, the portrait. This is what a
There's something special about this?
this is what a
The note said to examine the family portrait.
Who is it from?
The air vent connects to Ward C, so I guess.
Carlos.
This picture must have something.
Wait, maybe this is a trap? He did kill Junpei and Akane. He could be planning to... I told you to hold on a minute!
Let go! Let go of me!
Whoa! What the...
A door. It's a door.
What's a door doing here?
twins' birthday.
No, it won't budge.
I feel like that's important. Twins' birthday.
Twins' birthday?
Huh?
Look, it's written right here.
The twins' birthday, huh? Okay, I'm lost. What's the big deal?
There's twins
It's
involved.
gotta be some kind of hint. I think.
For what?
Opening this door.
But it's totally blank. There's no input screen or confirmation device?
Yeah, no keyholes or buttons or switches either.
Hey! What are you doing?
I'm checking Mira's body.
Why?
Well, maybe she was holding on to a remote or something like that.
Wait! Let me do it.
I want to search her body. She wouldn't let me.
No, she didn't have anything.
Huh?
There's something on her nails.
Oh.
It looks like skin and blood.
What's that doing there?
Well, it doesn't look like she has any external wounds.
Interesting.
So that means...
This isn't Mira's blood and skin?
Well, she must have struggled with someone before she died.
Ooh.
Killer should have scratches from Mira somewhere on their body.
Should I take my clothes off?
What? You are a child. Don't.
But it's pretty strange.
What is?
Well,
That's a
I
weird thing
thought
for you
up
to
until
even
now
suggest
that
to you.
Mira had been killed while she was asleep, after she'd been injected with the anesthetic. But if she put up a resistance...
Now it is time for you to sleep.
Zero!
No pomp and circumstances?
When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes.
You bastard!
Twins?
Pleasant
So there's a
dreams.
twin somewhere around here. It seems likely that, like, Q would be part of the twins. Maybe. I feel like that would be the case. Okay, and so now I think now we transport, right? Hello, Kazi, how you doing? Hello, Majima as well. But how are you doing? How are you doing? Let me see. Okay. So now we go and jump. Oh, we have the new thing here. Hi, hello. But yeah, how is you? You may or may not be able to tell, but I am sick.
Sigma.
But I'm hanging in
It's
there.
after 0230. I guess we're not gonna be injected with the drugs.
The game is over. There's no more reason to make us sleep.
Akane will come back. Right?
Okay.
If she doesn't, then we'll be stuck here.
Good, been busy, yeah.
Sigma?
And I hope so too. I feel
try
like it'll
again?
probably be gone
Try
after
what?
this week.
Turning on the
Thankfully, it's not
transporter.
too bad either.
It's pointless. We've tried a bunch of times already. We did everything we could, but it's still as dead as a doornail.
Once a transmutation has occurred, it takes roughly 10 months to recharge.
Okay. Right, so we're just kind of stuck here for a while.
What should we do for now?
I checked out the counter at the bar. Seems like we're good on food for a while.
That's good.
How long will it last?
With frugal eating, we'll have enough for 10 months.
It's a perfect amount of
That
time.
long?
I did say frugally, didn't I? My calculations are based on half a can a day.
You remembered to include Gab, right?
Of course. There's no way I could abandon him.
Good. Sigma is good and remembers to feed the
Let's
pupper.
rest for now. We'll figure things out when we wake up.
The song that goes "Saved by Zero, guess Zero turned evil." I'm not sure actually. Why are you guys
What is
back
it?
at the bomb?
Does something seem different about this now?
Like what?
I thought there were balls inside here.
Did it lose them?
Maybe it was your imagination?
Huh. Very strange.
Eat.
Are we just gonna vibe for like 10
I'm
months?
not hungry.
Just do it.
Oh, are we gonna find something
Ugh.
else here?
I knew you'd be in here.
I actually don't really like this room. when I'm here, I feel like there's a chance I could remember.
Do you mean Phi?
How did you...
I feel the same. For some reason, I can see her face when I come here.
Do you know what this is?
Hey, that's Phi's brooch. Why do you have it?
I don't know. It was in my pocket for some reason. Phi's safe, right?
Oh, so this reality, she didn't get incinerated? She just
I truly wish that's true.
disappeared. Right.
Please, open the door! Open it! Why are you doing this to us? You can hear me, can't you, Zero? I know you're hiding somewhere, just watching us. You could at least tell us why! Zero! Zero!
Zero! She's slowly losing her mind. She's losing her marbles. She doesn't want to wait the whole 10 months. I feel like that's a nice room to vibe in.
I wonder how long it's been now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
You kept track?
Oh my gosh.
I've been working the wall.
I thought some time has been passing.
Peaceful.
Really?
Does that sound weird? There's no war here. No violent murders, no rapes, no innocent children being abducted.
It's all going on in the outside world, though.
But at least this way, we don't have to know about it. That's why it's peaceful. No horrible bosses, no annoying drama between coworkers.
No having to pay rent.
You don't have to worry about seeing how happy your friends are on social media. Like, I have a new boyfriend, or my child just turned 1. Look at all this amazing food I ate at this gorgeous restaurant. I got tired of seeing it.
But no video games? That's a bummer.
All just like this.
That's...
It's the thing! It's
Do
the
you
thing!
know Materlinks, the blue bird? This is a music box using it as a motif. What is it?
Nothing. So, what about it is the same?
You know how, in the end, the bird was in Tiltil and Mittil's home all along? They traveled all across the world in search of it. This feels similar. I guess... I mean to say... Happiness
is closer than you
think.
I should have known.
This shelter?
I should have known.
Yes.
I should have known.
I'm sorry, Diana, but your interpretation is wrong. In the original work, the bluebird escapes the cage and flies away. Happiness will slip through your fingers the moment you believe you have it. It's implying that the process of dreaming is true happiness.
Well, you just ruined my dream then.
Sorry for being a buzzkill.
Touche. Sorry.
You won't disappear. Will you? Sigma?
I need to shift by. Okay, so more than likely it's brooch and music box, I believe. I don't remember how many letters the second word needed to be,
eat it?
but I'm pretty sure it's brooch.
Hey, what are you doing?
You're wasting food.
I'm sick of only eating this crap that tastes like dog food.
It's probably actually dog food.
Diana.
We've been trapped in here for a month now. What in the world is Akane doing?
It's possible that she doesn't remember anything about it. I'm sure she still had the bracelet on when she left here. And if so, then there's a chance that Zero injected her again so she'd
No, that's not it. Akane betrayed us. She murdered Carlos and Junpei and abandoned us just to escape on her own. Maybe Carlos voted for Q-Team because she manipulated him into doing it.
Diana, what's gotten into you all of a sudden? Half a month ago, you were happy, saying it was peaceful.
That was then. This is now.
Has something changed?
No! Nothing's changed!
There was a gotcha banner that was coming up, and now I've missed it.
Yesterday, today, it's all the same. Same scenery, the same can. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Ugh, it's all Rebecca's fault.
Rebecca.
She was the head nurse. Ugh, she was the one to suggest I join this experiment.
I'm not so sure you should be blaming her. You had another reason for signing up for the experiment, didn't you? You're single now, but Diana, you were married before, weren't you?
Yes, but why do you know that?
When you were married, your husband often resorted to beating you.
Oh.
He was an alcoholic and recently unemployed. He screwed up at work, garnering a large debt, if I recall correctly. When the two of you dated, he came across as serious and kind, but no longer. He drank to his eyeballs, was always gambling, and would laugh while he kicked and punched you. For no reason. That was his true face. Of course you left him. But even after the divorce, he persisted in following you around. He'd ask you for money, sex, and if you said no, he'd beat you black and blue. He's even stopped by the hospital cafeteria. You were having lunch with a coworker of yours. He showed up out of the blue, screaming his head off, and flipped the table. Every time he went off on you, he'd always end with, "I love you. I love you so much, Diana," and weep. His pain called out to you, and you'd always find yourself caving in. In order to cut all contact with him, you figured the only way it'd work would be to seclude yourself. That's when Rebecca brought it up. I heard about a job at an experiment facility called DCOM. So you...
Stop! Stop it! What is the meaning of this?
That is kind of rude to, like,
why do you know?
Bring up something traumatic
you
that's
believe
kind
me
of fresh.
if I said I heard it from you?
Stop playing around.
Like that's still a fresh wound. You probably heard it like a few years in the future from now. Oh no.
You should probably stop now.
Can't you leave me alone? Hey, what are you doing?
You're not acting like yourself.
You're the super weird one here. Ugh. It's been a whole month and a half. How can you be so calm about all this?
I have some experience with this kind of thing.
Stop talking your nonsense. Give it back.
No.
I said give it back.
Smash it on the floor. Yeah.
Hey! Look what you did!
Get her stinky juice out of her.
Hey, stop!
Diana. Oh no.
You're so silly. You thought I was serious? Like, I'd actually lick that?
Diana, you're...
I can't take it anymore! I'm so sick of this!
And this one took a turn.
Hey, sleep with me? Do you hate me?
Of course not.
Then sleep with me. Come on, hurry! Oh, I see. You don't have the balls, coward! Then, how about... Won't you kill me?
Diana.
Please. Kill me.
What are you saying?
I'd rather be killed by someone now than wait to die, wasting away in this...
Just cut it out! Wait! Where are you going?
I don't like where this is heading. I believe the slap was out of, like, trying to
I'm sorry.
knock her to her senses as opposed to a place of aggression.
It's all my fault.
But
Forgive me, Diana.
because there wasn't much
I could see
else
how
for
you
him
felt.
to do.
I knew you
But-
were crying out for help. But not once did I offer a hand. I couldn't. If we got too close, then I felt like something would shatter. You said the shelter was peaceful. That happiness could be found here. I knew you were putting on a brave face. In reality, the one who believed what you said was me. It's just like you said. I'm not brave. I'm a coward and a wimp. Deep down inside, I was scared of change. I didn't want to lose you. Like that time. Like that bluebird.
I'm so sorry, Sigma.
Oh no, they're smooching. They're smooching. Okay, maybe it's fine. Okay, maybe it's fine. Okay. They wouldn't show anything like that. Wait, what? Wait. Huh. No, that's not good.
I have a dream.
You want to go to the moon, right? You've been obsessed with it since you were a kid.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners
Diana,
flashback
comes from the goddess of the moon.
Hey, Sigma, can you tell me now why you know so much about me?
I've lived with you for 3 years, so I know almost everything about you.
Huh?
It's not your fault you don't understand. I'm talking about the future. But this history doesn't mean it's an extension of that one. It's a different one. Okay, so hypothetically, let's say right now we're on this knee.
This is a...
If you continue on the path, you'll only reach the end of the right toes.
This is
You'll
a really
never
weird
go
way
to the
of
left ones.
explaining.
I was just talking about the left leg path. Sorry. I started talking nonsense again.
Sigma? Are you really from the future?
You believe me?
Yeah, I do. I think it rather makes the dream better.
3 months later.
I need to tell you something. Sigma,
You're pregante?
I may be...
Yep. She's pregante. Pregnant. $11:16. Wait. I just took the head down. I know.
You did amazing, Diana. It's a healthy boy.
Wait! Hold on!
A boy?
Something...
The twins!
I think there's another!
I don't like the noise of that child! That was bad.
Cute.
So there's
So
5.
cute.
Yes.
Who'd have thought you'd have fraternal twins? You didn't realize?
Well, I did have a hunch.
And then I'm not sure who
I
that
couldn't be
is.
sure.
It doesn't matter, as I'm just glad you gave birth safely. Even in a place like this.
It's all because of you, Sigma.
That could be Sig. That could be Zero.
Thank you.
Stop. I didn't do
Yeah,
anything.
I took a note of the date.
Gave me your food as soon as you knew I was pregnant.
You were the one who did all the work. Thank you, truly. I couldn't be more proud.
Ryan K.
You know how
Well,
people
wasn't-
claim
K was a
unconditional love?
clone. So I don't know if that
hated
would be K.
phrase. I thought it was a lie. I thought there's no way something like that exists. Well, I'm a selfish bastard. Every time I help someone, in the back of my mind, I'm expecting recompense. Whether it be gratitude, praise, or for a higher power to approve of me. But now, I know. There really is such a thing has unconditional love in this world. There's no doubt in my mind that I'd give my life for them. Not
The
for
textures are
gratitude
like weirdly
or
detailed
praise.
for the babies.
I don't believe in God, so it's not for God either. I need nothing in return. I don't care if I fade away. I just want them to be safe. And to survive. That's all I ask.
Are you saying they look like Matryoshka dolls?
Gab, listen to me. You know that biscuit I just gave you? That was the last one.
Oh no,
There's nothing else left.
Gab is gonna be hungry.
Thanks for everything. We've gone through so much pain. You always listened to me when I vented to you. You saved me many times. So, thank you. Diana, I want to show you something. Follow me.
The fact that they like boinked in the machine though, that's sus. That's sus as heck. Oh my gosh. And now they're gonna send them into the future.
The transporter's
or
turned on.
the past.
I came by earlier and noticed it. It appears to be completely charged.
Sigma, don't tell me.
Hello Calypso! How are you doing?
That's right.
It's been so long!
I'm transporting these two.
Yeah, you tuned in at a
Don't
very
worry.
interesting time.
Transporting them doesn't mean they'll disappear. Their original bodies stay behind after they're scanned.
Then
Are you going to say it's pointless?
We're technically cloning children.
We're out of food. If we simply do nothing. You understand?
That's
I'm
true,
sure
there
you'll
is a
never-
chance that Q is one of the twins.
But it'll take another 10 months to recharge.
so you're
Doing
saying
as well as I can. Yeah.
this would be the last time we can use it then?
Hopefully it gets even better soon.
Which means we can't stay with them.
I know.
Each pod must only hold one body within it. 2 or more people cannot go into a single pod.
Where do we send them?
Not the future. It's too dangerous.
Gotta send them into the past.
The past?
There's no point to send them to the near future. Sometime before Zero obtains this device, they'll have to go before the year 2009.
So sending them over 10 years
Did
into
you
the past.
think of a name?
Tell us the name.
What about you?
Tell us the boy's name.
We promised. I'd name him if it was a boy. And you would if it was a girl.
Then we'll start with the boy.
What was the boy's name? I have my notepad
Your
out.
name is from the Greek letter Sigma, right? So, I thought, why don't we name our son Delta?
Delta.
My first initial is D. And then to connect that D to a Greek letter,
Delta? I like it.
what about the girl?
It's gonna be Phi.
Oddly enough, I was considering a Greek letter too. I want to use the one that means the most to me.
Is it?
Phi. I'd like to name our daughter after her.
That's why she has the name.
Phi. I think it's perfect. It's a wonderful name.
Why would you name your child triangle or action mode? That would.
Hold on just a minute.
Can you imagine? Just have a child
We
named
gave
Triangle.
them their names. It wouldn't be right if someone changed them, would it?
That's kind of strange. wrote it on the blanket. You had to write it on their blanket.
Fi's brooch.
You're sending it with her?
Yes. And Delta, I want to give him this.
The Bluebird music box.
Okay. Okay, so we have the answers for that one puzzle.
Are you ready?
Draw. Just have their names on their feet and like the symbol for their name on their forehead. That would have been funny. Yeah, well, he didn't know that was his future past daughter. Time is weird here. Huh. Yes, the Toy Story markings on the footsies, yeah. Go back at time and look at Fi's feet. I'm pretty sure that she will not still have the writing on her foot at the age of, like, what, 20? Maybe 21. I don't know. I don't remember how old she is. Yeah, it would get washed away in like 20 years time, but they didn't tattoo her foot. Her Fi isn't even in the original, she's a copy. That's a valid point. Because technically it does. Not unless she doesn't take showers. That'd be so sus. Now we got the second proper ending. Okay. So now we have all of the information that we need. I'm gonna just double save. And so we will go over here. So that way we can find somebody to raid. And then we will continue this tomorrow. So let me see, who is streaming right now? Oh right, they changed how things are organized here. There is only 4 people streaming. Oh, bits are adjusted. Anyway. Right, cliffhanger. I need to save my notepad file so that way I don't lose stuff. Let me see. Not too many people streaming today. But we've got... What is this moth doing? She's got a little box cutter. Oh, she's gonna be playing with slime. Interesting. Okay. Lose it anyways, right? I'll save it somewhere, hopefully. I have so much information because we've got brooch and music box, but also we have the name Delta and we have the twins' birthday. Let's see. Yeah, do y'all want to see some slime? maybe we can look at some slime. Okay. Because there's not too many other people streaming, so I don't know who else to raid. So we'll raid some slime ASMR. Okay. And then we'll do. Oh! Thank you for subbing, Calypso! This is your first time subbing? Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you anyway. Yeah, weird. I thought I saw you sub before way back, but maybe this is your first time. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this ready, and then we'll do sick, but big-brained raid. Maybe. I don't know. We only did one puzzle room this whole stream, didn't we? Well, that is the raid message. We are gonna raid a nice, very pretty moth. I think this is the first time we raided her. I'm not 100% sure. I know that Peach has raided her before, so I don't know. Anyways, we will be back here tomorrow unless my throat feels bad tomorrow in comparison to today. It's feeling not too bad actually. I feel like it's feeling a little bit better already. But we will see. I will keep you Eggies posted. If anything, maybe it'll be at a 3 o'clock stream instead of a noon stream. But anyway, I will see you Eggies later. We will find out more secrets, and then maybe we'll beat the game tomorrow. I don't know. But anyways, bye-bye! Bye-bye! My goodbyes are not as energetic as they usually are. I'm doing it a little bit early. Let me wait for that timer. There we go. 10 seconds. Bye-bye! 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 Farewell! Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye!